Hey YouTube, welcome to our new collab. I'm going to start off by introducing myself real quick, and then I'll get into the topic, which is about my coming out. So my name's Michael. I am a female to male trans guy. I am just, I think, like a week and a half short of 7 months on testosterone. I live in Massachusetts. And I am a manager at a pizza place, which is cool. I've been at the same place for over 6 years now, so it's like a second home to me, and I work a lot, so I pretty much live there. Um, I enjoy all sorts of outdoor activities. I love fishing, um, any sports, just anything outdoors really I enjoy doing. But besides that, I have a pretty boring life because I just work most of the time. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or inbox me or whatever you want to do. I like to answer questions. That's why I make videos, because I want to help people. So, yeah, to get into the topic, my coming out personally is kind of complicated, so I'll make it as easy to understand as possible. Um, Back when I was probably like 17, I, you know, I didn't really come out. I got asked if I was a lesbian, and I didn't say no, but I also didn't say yes because I never identified as a lesbian. If people, once it started sort of spreading around that I was a lesbian, I just told people I liked girls, but I never straight up said I am a lesbian because I never felt like I identified with it. But being out as a lesbian, I guess, was an excuse for me to be able to, have short hair and dress the way I felt comfortable without, being questioned, I guess, in a way. But, so yeah, from probably about 17 till 18, yeah, because I was 18 when I came across the word transgender, and, yeah, so from 17 to 18, I was out as a lesbian, even though I never straight up said it because I knew it wasn't true. And I was following a collab channel that had four lesbians and one trans guy. And at first I was like, what is this guy doing on a lesbian collab channel? So I, watched some more and figured out that he was a trans guy. And I had no idea that trans was a thing before then. But the second that I saw that you can transition, everything made sense to me. Like, it was just the greatest discovery of my life. So from the second I found out that transgender was a thing, I did so much research, and I just knew it was me. Everything just made so much sense at that point. So right away, within probably the next week, I came out to my best friend. I explained to her what trans was and told her that I was going to be transitioning from female to male. And she was the very first person I told. Probably a couple months in, when I couldn't handle it anymore, I came out to some people at work, and I started living half as male, half as female at work. I would wear a name tag that said my name, Michael, over my birth name whenever I was working, only with people that weren't that knew. And then when people, mostly my managers that were there, who didn't know were there, I would just wear my name tag with my old name on it, and it got really confusing living like two lives. And I was only out to my friends at work and my best friend at that point, and it just became too much. So I knew I needed to tell my mom because she's like the biggest person in my life. So after a while of living two lives and feeling the dysphoria of people, sheeing me when I was being heed, and that felt so good and felt so right, I just decided I needed to come out. So one night I was really upset, and my mom approached me and she asked me what was wrong, and I just straight up, I was crying and I was really upset. I just straight up told her, I'm like, I am transgender. I told her what it meant. I'm like, I need to transition. Like, I told her about, I was like, look, how do you not see this? Like, my whole entire life, I've pretty much lived as a boy and been mistaken for a boy. And, you know, she was upset at first because that's a lot to, you know, hear after 18 years of having a daughter, you know, that it's really a son. So at first she just asked me questions and was kind of in shock, but after a couple months she started coming to terms with it, and now I don't know when it started being like 98% of the time that she would address me correctly, but it's been quite some time now, and she is very good with it. But so right after I came out to her, she told my whole family, so I don't even have to come out to anybody else. And then I came out to the people at work, so it just felt so good just to be able to live as myself 100% of the time. But it was also really hard for a little while, you know, not being on T and not passing 100% and getting misgendered by strangers sometimes. More often, I would get misaged as a boy instead of being misgendered. But still, it was really rough, but it was definitely so much better than before. So yeah, I came out just to everybody else in different ways, mostly by them just realizing I went by Michael and stuff. The only people I physically said I am transgender to was my coworkers, my best friend, and my mom. My sister kind of figured out on her own, I think even before I came out, because she always realized that I wasn't okay with being a girl, and she started calling me he right away. Never made a mistake since the day she asked me if I wanted to be called he. So, yeah, that's my coming out story. One of the questions was, when is the right time to come out? And my answer to that is, it is different for everybody. You know, the right time is when it feels right for you, because everybody's in a different situation. If you know that whoever you're living with, maybe your parents or whatever, aren't going to be supportive, and you don't have means to back yourself up, like a place to live or money for food, then I don't think it's a good idea to come out to them, you know. But if you feel like it's going to be okay after some time, and people aren't going to disown you, and you know for sure that's how you feel, then that's when you need to come out. You need to come out when it's ready for you. And everybody's different, and it's not, there's no set age or time. It's just whenever you feel like you want to be addressed the way you want to be addressed, and you want people to know, that's when it's right, and it will just feel right, and you'll just know. And the other question was about how to come out, and that's also different for everybody too. I strongly believe that coming out in person is a lot better because, you know, first of all, you're in person, you can answer any questions that they immediately have, and they can see the look on your face and hear the seriousness and know that, you know, you really mean it. And I don't know, some people come out with, you know, using letters and stuff, but I guess it's different for everybody. That's personal preference. I personally, like I said, think that coming out in person is the best way to go, and just to be straight up, not to be like beating around the bush. I think you just need to come straight out and say it, and you're gonna feel such relief, you know. And it is gonna be a little bit hard at first because it takes time to get used to. You know, you've known your whole life, or however long that you've known, whoever you're coming out to is just finding out. So obviously they're gonna, you know, be a little confused or shocked at first, but whatever it is, you just need to give them time. So that's all. Sorry I'm so fidgety in this video. I just drank a coffee because I'm going out, and coffee makes me fidgety. But that's all for this week. Like I said, comment below if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to being part of this collab and hopefully helping some people out. Alright, peace.